Well, we're back again, and you've seen in the last video, we got our bulkheads installed in the 125-gallon fish tank, and now we're ready to plumb it. Now, I went to the hardware store and bought, well, as you see, a whole mess of plumbing parts. And what I did before I went, and so I could get the right parts, of course, without 2 trips, is I went ahead and drew out my plan, basic plan anyway, of what I'm going to configure the plumbing system as. And so that helped out when I got there. And we've got some glue and some purple primer and various fittings it's going to take to make this happen. Along with a couple valves, because I'm going to use them valves on the power head water supply to control that if I want to have a little less or a little more water flow on one side or the other, and that way I can control that a little bit. So that's what that's for. And also I've got, we're using 1-inch pipe and 1.5-inch pipe for the drain that goes back down into the sump pump. So that's what we got. A bunch of plastic pipe, and we'll check back here in a little while and see how things turn out. Okay, we're back, and we have did our plumbing system here, and we pretty much got it pretty much finished up. We've got our sump pump here that is going to drain back down into the bottom underneath the aquarium for our sump pump, and then we have our pressure supply plumbing here that's going to run on both sides, okay, for a power head, and then it's going to also both sides, and then we've got another one over here on this side, okay. And I've also installed a couple valves here so that I can control the flow of water that comes out of my power head up in the aquarium. So I just thought that'd be a good idea to be able to control that a little bit. If I want to control them separately or however I want to do it, I can do that with these 2 valves. Okay, and so got everything glued together as far as that go, the main parts of our plumbing system here. And then our final step here is going to be, and you may not need it, but just for extra safety, I like to put just a little dab of silicone on here on the bulkhead itself on the outside of the aquarium. Okay, and then we're going to do all 4 bulkheads like that. And as you can see, it'll squeeze out the excess silicone that it's not going to need. But that'll make a really nice seal if we've got any parts of where we drilled out the glass that may not be a perfect surface. Even though we do have our gasket in there, I think this is just a little extra safety measure that I like, personally, I like to do myself. So you can do it if you like, or if you don't, that's okay. But I just think it's a good idea. And then I'll go ahead and I'll wipe off the excess silicone. And what you can do, I got a little extra silicone here that I'm going to use because we're going to also put it on our bulkheads, our other 2. So I'll just go ahead and reuse what's left over there and smear just a little bit around there. And we're going to do both bulkheads like this. Okay. And I think that'll just make sure that any little cracks in there, crevices that the glass might not be real nice, we'll fill it up and take care of that. So that's about it for this. We've pretty much got all of the main plumbing that's got to do with the aquarium and anything that's got to do with the top part here is pretty much complete. Now we're going to go to do our other stuff later. Well, we'll show you that. Okay, here we go. As you see, we got all of our plumbing done like we showed earlier and everything, and we're going to create a nice background that we don't have to worry about taping on or anything else. And like I said, it's just personal thing that I decided just to do, so you can do what you want, but I kind of like it and I won't have to mess with it no more. And we're going to paint it black. We've already got most of it painted, but you know, just need to tape it off up here at the top. Okay, I just got it taped off, and I'm going to spray paint the rest of it.